If you've ever sat by and watched as MAGA and the Republican Party self-destructed over the Epstein Files, something that should have been released months ago, then go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Welcome back to the Church Grenade channel. I am your host, the average state of the world priority update video enjoyer that your mom says to live at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, we have a number of topics to get into. I'm just going to get right into the news here. Hit the like button if you enjoy the state of the world content, or if you enjoy my content in general. Every like button that you hit is a sacrifice to the algorithm god that we're trying to defeat. If you want to donate monetarily, there is a link down below for you to donate to the ammunition fund for the Glock 19 Gen 5 burn down, the TSOS 1911 Raider and 1911A1 burn downs that are happening. It's all very expensive. And you can also join the Patreon to get access to the Discord server. So do all that stuff down below. It helps out a ton. Thank you for your donations. It keeps the channel alive. Okay, the Epstein Files that were on Pam Bondi's desk months ago that President Trump promised to release, that Kash Patel said that if he was ever in charge of the FBI, he would release. All of this stuff is now coming to light, and it is single-handedly making a laughingstock out of the Republican Party, out of the presidency, and out of MAGA. It is making everybody look like a freaking clown at this point. Let's just get into the details. Long story short, the President of the United States has said that the Epstein Files are a hoax, that there's no victims. He has gaslighted the American public and said, oh, you guys still care about all that stuff? Why? When we have floods in Texas and other things going on, why? Why do you guys care about the Epstein Files, something that I promised would be released, if not in the first day, the first week? Yeah, now here we are months later, almost over half a year later, and nothing has happened, okay? Not only has nothing happened, the Department of Justice has released a clipped together footage of Epstein's cell, where clearly it has been highly edited in Adobe Premium, and they released it to the American public and said this is not doctored in any way. Clearly it's been edited and doctored, okay? So not only has the footage of his cell been edited, the files have not been released, and we've been told now by the FBI that there are no victims, there's no accomplices. Jeffrey Epstein did everything by himself. There was nobody trafficked. He's just a single point of failure for this. And not only that, now we have Ghislaine Maxwell sitting in prison, and the Department of Justice and the FBI are open, and the President of the United States are openly saying there were no victims, there was nobody that assisted in trafficking. So why did Epstein hang himself then? So all this to say is that the Republican Party is right now the laughingstock of the internet. It looks self-induced at this point. I can't make sense of it. And just let me know in the comments below. This seems to be outrageous to me. This seems to be absolutely unacceptable, but you guys sound off below. I look forward to reading your comments below on that. All right, hundreds of $millions in aid have been sent to Ukraine. Okay, so let's think about this. No new things that President Trump ran on. No new wars. Well, we bombed Iran. Okay, getting out of Ukraine and ending that war. Well, we're giving hundreds of millions of dollars in aid again to Ukraine. Okay, releasing the Epstein Files. Well, that hasn't happened. Well, and cutting spending. Well, the big beautiful bill passed and spending went up, and Doge has not effectively cut spending. So it's not a great look right now for the President of the United States or the Trump administration or the Republican Party in general. Okay, keep in mind this video does not represent anybody but myself, not the Department of the Army, Department of Defense, or any organization at all. But hundreds of millions of your taxpayer dollars are now being sent again to Ukraine as of the time of filming this video. Netanyahu is being charged with war crimes, but the leader of Israel, Netanyahu, when en route to his trial for the war crimes, keep in mind I'm not a fan of Israel or of Netanyahu, when en route, Damascus was bombed, so they called off the trial and pushed it to a later date. Obviously, there's something wrong with that narrative right there, but Netanyahu is being tried for war crimes, and his trial has been pushed to the right due to bombing in Damascus. Okay, moving on here, guys. There's been massive floods in Texas that have taken the lives of over 130 people. Obviously, this has been what certain people have used to say this is the priority, not the Epstein Files. So more to follow on that, but just keep your eyes on Texas. And if you know anybody in Texas, obviously reach out because they're going through, in Central Texas, they're going through an extremely difficult time. And a piece of, I guess, positive news that I wanted to include here: the largest black hole ever, a massive black hole, the largest to date that's ever been discovered, was discovered, okay, by NASA. Just something to note, that it's the largest black hole ever, and it's been, I guess, not put in the mainstream news because all the other issues and things going on right now. But guys, that's a lot of talking for me. There's a lot going on. Obviously, the war in Ukraine is still going on. The war in Gaza is still going on. The war here in the United States is still going on between the left, the right, and the American people, somewhere in the middle, because the American people have definitely been left behind at this point. I mean, we got soldiers, Sergeant E5 and below, that are on food stamps due to inflation in this country. So you let me know if there's a problem here. But guys, at this point, I got to get to work. Hit the like button. Thank you for doing that. It helps out a ton. Let me know your comments below on this whole situation. Leave your llamas, of course. I want to know your comments on the Epstein situation. I want to know your comments on the Netanyahu. I want to know your comments on the aid to Ukraine. I want to hear from my audience, okay? If you guys want to donate to the ammunition fund, I will link it down below. Thank you for doing that. That helps out a ton, guys. Ammunition's expensive, and doing this testing is expensive. You guys already know. So thank you for donating to the ammunition fund. It helps out a ton. Seriously, even if you can only donate $1, $5, it doesn't matter. Think about that, like 9mm. If you donate $10, that's 20 to 30 rounds that I can get. And if you wash the burnt downs, that money goes quick, and it helps compensate me for gas and time as well. Okay? Thank you for supporting the channel in any way you choose. Sound off in the comments below, and until next time, it's going to be Trench Grenade, your average. It's 5 in the morning, and I got to get over there to work and work a 14-hour day and edit this up for you guys. Video enjoyer that your mom says. The Live at Home signing out. Cheers.